Kellyann Schaefer. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful.
Good. Tell everybody what you do.
I'm Kelly Schaefer, and I'm the founder of TaskComplete.com, where we work with overwhelmed, busy professionals and entrepreneurs who have no time.
Yeah.
And what we provide is a variety of personal assistance services to support them both inside and outside their home so that they can make more money, have more time, but more importantly, have more time to spend with their family and friends,
Yeah.
and create the space to enjoy a better quality of life.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
give her a hand. And you're amazing at what you do.
Thank you.
Yes. You're in your second year within Cabs.
I am, yes.
Yeah. Tell us where you were when you first entered Cabs.
When I first entered Cabs, I had my business for almost 2 years, and I had started it from scratch on my own. You know, you have an idea and you see a need and you go out and fill the need, and all of a sudden you are alone and you're struggling and you're looking around for a support system. And I was working, it's kind of contradictory to what I try to teach people, but I was working in my business and not on my business as well.
Yep.
So I was the only person providing these services to people.
Yeah.
So I was completely alone, trying to market, be the secretary, be the bookkeeper, run the errands, make the phone calls.
How was that working for you?
That tired me out, and it actually made me start to resent my business
Yeah.
quickly. And
Yeah.
that was painful for a while.
Has anybody else ever resented their business? Yeah. Kelly, what have you been able to create in this time that you've been with us, in this community, with this curriculum, with the coaching, with the accountability, with this tribe of people? Tell me what you've been able to create.
So since then, when I first started, one of the main things was at Mindset, actually, is the first event I went to, and it was during Mindset that I actually made the decision to hire the first person. And I got an email from somebody that night actually asking me if they could work for me.
Yeah.
So I hired my first
Perfect.
person then, and in 18 months, I now have 6 part-time people who work for me.
You used to work only locally.
Yes. And that was because I thought I could only take care of people that lived basically in my backyard. But once I was put on the Fabian stretcher, I realized that I could actually take care of needs for people across the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what has everything done? Are you okay with talking about percentage growth or
Yeah,
whatever? What's happened to your income?
So my income, let's just say what I was billing monthly last year, or I should say what I was billing quarterly last year, I billed the first month of this year. So
Wow.
it took a whole
Excellent.
quarter. I billed in a month. And I have already made more than half of what I did last year.
Wow.
So last year you made a certain amount,
Mm-hmm.
and now we are in May, and you've made
All that already.
Yeah,
all that already. Can
yeah,
we give her a
yeah.
hand, please?
In the first quarter. Actually, in the first quarter.
In the
Because
first, just in the first quarter,
the
not
first
even
quarter.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh,
I
yeah.
don't calculate typically by months.
Yeah.
I calculate by quarter.
Yeah. So tell me about the tribe.
The tribe is awesome. When in all transparency,
Yeah.
when I sat at home and watched the live stream and so forth, I watched and I thought, they're nothing like me. They're all coaches. This can't possibly work for me.
I'm glad
And-
you said that. Good.
And in all honesty, there was somebody that sat up at the panel, and I watched her, and she was not a coach. She was a massage therapist at the time, who now has a much bigger vision.
Yes.
Okay? And I connected with that person through the airwaves.
Yes.
And I cried. And I knew at that moment that I needed to connect somehow.
Yes.
And I actually made all of my friends, I said, watch her. She's the real person. She's not one of those coaches.
I love it. Great, great, great. Awesome.
You know? So, so the first few months, I'll be honest, I'm pig-headed, and I didn't necessarily listen. And I was like, that won't work for me. I'm not a coach. I can't do packages and programs and create other forms of revenue and so forth. But I kept getting beat over the head by my peers and my accountability buddy and the support of the coaches, Gail. And through them, I've doubled, tripled the income over the past 2 years. Brought on a team. I don't do all the work myself anymore. I have a much bigger vision, and I wouldn't have been able to do that without their support. And I feel like I fit in. I belong.
Yes. And you do. You see, I don't know if you're anything like me, but I have never felt like I belonged anywhere in my life. I have never fit in. The only time that I ever fit in was when I married Derek, and we had children, and I fit into this family, and I fit into this family. If you felt like you have always been different, you will join a group, a tribe of people who are unconditionally loving. Would you say, Kelly?
Absolutely. You can say anything to these people, and they will love you and respect you, no matter what you say. You can say, I failed, and they'll say, no, you didn't. Today was just a bad day. You can say, I won, and they're like, I told you you could do it.
Tell me about the coaching. Your coach, you speak to your coach.
Oh, yeah, Gail. Gail is amazing, and oftentimes she has to bop me over the head with the same idea 2 and 3 times. Eventually, I do get it, and without her, I would still be stuck. I would be stuck. I would be wallowing. I would be pulling the covers up over my head, because there have been many a day that I was there. Many times before I joined CABS, I want to say once a month, I'm just like, I can't do this. I just can't do this. I'm working too hard. I'm not getting to the people. I know I can't do this.
Yeah.
And wanting to shut my business down every month. And now I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. One last question. The Facebook group.
Yes. The Facebook group is there to provide you everything that you need. Whether it is love, it is support, it is a hashtag, it is information, it is a connection, it is systems, everything that you need. Resources. And that was one of our other members, Beth Marshall.
Yeah.
When we had lunch that day back during the mindset retreat, I said, so what's this whole thing about, And she said, well, the Facebook group alone is worth the investment. And I was like, thinking in the back of my head, I don't think so. You can't tell me that. And then, of course, I joined, because I remember you said, I said, it's telling me you must do. And I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to listen. And I did, and 2 days in the Facebook group, I was like,
No, just say, damn.
Damn, that's what she's talking about. Somebody's like, oh, I need a copy of such and such. Boom, here it is. Or I need, does anybody have a dictation of this? Boom. Does anybody have a speaker sheet or this a sheet or that a sheet? And at the time, I didn't know what any of them were. I was like, cool. When I need that, I know I can come in here and get it. So, yeah.
I'm really glad you said that you didn't think that anybody was like you, and you did it anyway, and now you fit in. You are the face of client attraction. Yeah. Give her a hand, everybody.